This model has made the biggest comeback for me since the resurrection of Lazarus. The Puma Velocity Nitro 3 were decent training shoes, but they were too narrow and too hard, too tough for me. And honestly, I wasn't planning to be interested in the fourth version at all. Fortunately, I did. The Velocity Nitro 4 is a definite upgrade and, spoiler alert, at the moment one of the best shoes I've tested in 2025. Here is the latest edition of daily trainers from the Black Cat Puma Velocity Nitro 4.
Yeah, I'm overzealous when I'm thinking about the cash flow. I never had no handouts, just came natural. I've been testing so much, all these wrestlers nice, all these different situations that I've been through.
Let's start as usual with the technical details, because Puma has really done its homework here. The Velocity Nitro 4 is a typical versatile daily trainer, a daily shoe meant to be as universal as possible. It's neither a racing shoe nor a typical cushion monster, but rather something in between, a shoe you can take for both easy miles and faster sessions during the week. On paper it looks very promising. The weight in men's size 42 EU is 245 grams, the women's version weighs 190 grams, and in my size 45 EU or 11 US it's 252 grams. The drop is 10 millimeters, a classic that many runners like, especially if you're used to models with a more traditional profile. The midsole is made entirely of Nitro foam, Puma's flagship material that combines the bounce of nitrogen-infused TPU with a touch of stability. We have 36 millimeters under the heel and 26 millimeters under the foot, giving us this 10 millimeter drop. Impressions? I'd say medium softness, but with very good ground feel under the forefoot. It's not a foam that sinks in, but rather one that returns energy while still allowing you to feel the rhythm of your stride. Underneath we have a full coverage with Puma grip rubber, something that has been one of Puma's strongest points for years. It's not just marketing, it's really hard to find another manufacturer that can make such grippy and durable rubber. The traction is excellent on both dry and wet asphalt, and after 100 test kilometers the sole looks practically new. Durability? High. I would expect a mileage of around 600 to 800 kilometers. The upper is an engineered mesh, a rather classic construction but with a strong emphasis on comfort. We have medium width, plenty of room in the toes, and the hole is noticeably wider than in the third version. In the midfoot, the upper hugs the foot more but doesn't squeeze. Around the ankle it's really soft, lots of material, pleasant finish and a solidly reinforced heel counter. The tongue is thin, soft and gusseted, using two straps. Nothing shifts, nothing pinches. The heel counter is stiffened quite high and holds the heel well, though not perfectly, but more on that later. Overall it feels comfortable. These are cozy, soft trainers. As for sizing, the shoe is true to size, but those with wider feet might consider half a size larger to have a bit more space in the front. Price? 140 euros or $140 for what this model offers. It's really a fair level. I tested these shoes mainly on asphalt at paces ranging from 4 minutes 15 seconds to 6 minutes 30 seconds per kilometer, from solid 10k pace to easy runs. I ran about 100 kilometers in them, so that's enough to have a full picture. First impression after putting them on: soft but not mushy. Puma managed to find that golden mean. The Velocity Nitro 4 has something of comfort shoes, but at the same time remains springy and fun to run. The Nitro foam returns energy excellently and there is no spongy sinking effect. Each step gives a slight bounce that makes you just want to keep running. On easy runs, the shoe is very comfortable. You feel like you can do a long run in it and your legs won't take a beating. On the other hand, at slightly faster paces, around 420 or 430 minutes per kilometer, the shoe comes alive. The dynamics may not be at the level of racing shoes, but in this category, it's excellent. The shoes are also light, flexible and return energy well at takeoff. It's the kind of shoe where you feel like you don't have to force yourself to speed up, it just runs itself. Definitely a plus is also the traction. Puma grip is already a classic, it sticks like glue on dry surfaces, but also provides full control in the rain. In turns, even on wet asphalt, there are no slips. This is one of those aspects that really improve running confidence. After 100 kilometers, there is very little wear. The foam still retains the bounce and the rubber looks great. This suggests that the durability of this model will be a significant advantage, but it's not perfect. The high heel counter might irritate the Achilles tendon for some. Not for everyone, but it's worth mentioning. I personally didn't have a big problem, but I've heard from a few people that it could be bothersome in the first runs. The second downside is stability, especially in turns at higher speed. You can feel a slight floating of the heel. It's not dramatic, but if someone needs maximum support, it's not here. Summing up the impressions, it's a shoe that gives a lot of fun running. It has great bounce, it's light, pleasant to wear, and makes you want to go out for a run. The Velocity Nitro 4 is undoubtedly one of the best trainers of 2025, and not just in its price range. Before we move on to the summary, let's take a look at some alternatives. The first that come to mind is the ASICS Nova Blast 5. It costs around $140 or 150 euros and is definitely softer, but also slightly less dynamic. If you like the feeling of a pillow under the foot, Nova Blast might be a better choice. The second option is the Saucony Ride 18, also around $140 or 150 euros. It's a more stable and slightly firmer shoe, but still very versatile. If you're looking for something more classic with more support, it's worth considering. And finally, the New Balance Rebel V5, priced at $140 or 160 euros, but it's already a premium tier. Lighter, more dynamic with distinctly springy foam and refined finish. If you want a shoe for faster tasks, it's a great alternative, though less everyday than the Velocity. The Velocity Nitro 4 is exactly the type of shoe that doesn't make a fuss about itself, but just works. Always, everywhere, and for almost everyone. Puma has finally refined the proportions between softness and springiness, making it one of the most versatile daily trainers in recent months. It performs well both in easy running and when the pace starts to drop below 5. The Nitro foam provides great ground feel and Puma grip, confidence in your step regardless of the weather. After 100 kilometers there are practically no signs of wear, which at this price makes a really good impression. It's not a shoe for those looking for maximum stability or super aggressive dynamics, but if you want something light, comfortable and simply trouble-free, the Velocity Nitro 4 should be high on your list. In my opinion, one of the most pleasant and underrated trainers of 2025. And that's it from me. Let me know in the comments what your experiences with the Velocity Nitro 4 are, or which shoes from the segment have worked best for you. If you liked this video, leave a sub and thumbs up. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.
Pacino.